Hey guys, welcome back to the Shipmate YouTube channel. This week we're talking about printers, specifically label printers. Whenever we're talking about printers, especially in the e-commerce space, we're often talking about thermal label printers. Now, thermal label printers are not the only way to print labels for your items. You can use a normal home printer or other alternatives, but I just find that they're not as convenient. They're not really made for that. And the thermal label printer is going to be cheaper, faster, more efficient, and it's going to get you the job you're looking for. So a lot of times I get asked, what kind of printers do I recommend? Well, there's a whole array of thermal printers, but there are two brands that I really personally like and that we use here at Shipmate all the time. And those are the Rollo printer and any standard Zebra printer. So I'm going to go through some of the benefits and drawbacks of both of these printers and tell you why we use them here and what we use them for. So the first printer that I want to talk about is this Rollo. So I'm a huge fan of the Rollo printers. I think they're awesome. And one of my favorite things about them is they're pretty much plug and play, right? They're really easy to install a driver. You know, you just take this, hook it into this laptop, take it over there, hook it into that computer, and you're ready to go. You're ready to print labels. Now, the nice thing about the Rollo is it's super easy to use, easy to set up. If it jams, it continues printing on the next label immediately, so you have no like gaps or stops or breaks. It's easy to clean. You can get inside it to clean it pretty easy. And, you know, overall, it's a great little machine. Another thing that's great about the Rollo printer is that it's very cost effective, right? So this Rollo printer here, I think it was like $2 something. It's a real affordable printer, and it really does a great job for, what it is. It's also very easy to adjust, so you can use different kinds of label sizes. So if I open this up here real quick, you can see I have these little things here, and I can adjust based on my label size. So it's real handy, real easy to use, and that's why I like the Rollo printers. I think they're really great. Now, there are a couple of drawbacks with the Rollo printer. First things first is they give a pretty good print quality, a lot better than some of the cheaper printers I've seen, but sometimes if you're printing, itty-bitty barcodes or something that needs to be super sharp, they sometimes lack the sharpness of some of the more expensive printers. Another drawback is that they're limited with network capabilities. So if you're networking your printers or you're trying to run them on a network or use them remotely, you can't really do that with this printer. It's pretty plug and play, but you can't really run them on a network. And because of that, that's a big drawback, especially in a warehousing setting. So like I said, I'm a huge fan of the Rollo, mostly because when I run batches, I like to use a Rollo. That's because I can hook this thing up to a case of 5,000 fanfold labels and just go to town. So this is a great little machine. I think for the price, it's definitely worth including in your arsenal. And I'm a huge fan of Rollo and what they're doing. Now we're going to talk about the one everybody talks about, which is the Zebra. And Zebra printers are phenomenal, right? If you're looking for the sharpest, the best print quality, look no further than Zebra. Zebras, are the epitome of quality. Like this machine here will print countless labels, right? Every single one of them is going to be crisp. It's going to scan great. I can size that label down to even below a substandard size, and it's going to be readable because this Zebra prints amazingly high quality images, very sharp images, and there's a reason why they cost what they do, and it's a Cadillac of printers. Now, there's a lot of drawbacks with the Zebra. The first drawback is, as you can see, it can only hold, a 500 roll of labels. So you're not going to be able to hook this thing up to fanfold. You're not going to be able to, just go to town and run those batches, like I said. And then another drawback of the Zebra is that I find that sometimes the drivers can be a bit finicky with them. So if you're going to set up a label printing station and you're going to have this hook up to a packing station or a stationary printing station, Zebra's a great choice because once you install that driver and you get everything hooked up, hopefully you won't be fooling around with it too much. But, if you're going to be networking these printers, you're going to be, installing a bunch of drivers. It might help to have either some sort of technological background or having an IT guy on staff. So, because they're a little more high maintenance and they're a little bit of a prima donna at times when it comes to their drivers, I like to use these in somewhere where they're going to be stationary and they're not going to be doing a lot of moving around. We're not going to be using them flexibly. So those are the two big drawbacks with the Zebra to keep in mind. On top of that, these things are pretty expensive. I mean, you can go anywhere from $700 up. So, compared to a $200 Rollo, you could throw 4 Rollos out by the time you buy one Zebra. So, you're getting quality, but you're paying for that quality. So it's important to keep that in mind. Another thing is that the Zebra doesn't like to play nice with certain softwares or certain configurations. So, if you're going to be designing labels, you're going to be doing things like that. You're going to want to stay in the Zebra ecosystem. You're going to be wanting using Zebra label software and, things like that. So, like I said, if you're looking for the highest quality, the best job, the Cadillac, the Zebra is the place to go. There's a reason why these things are so great and everybody recommends them. But like I said, keep in mind, they are a little more, technologically challenging. And on top of that, they carry a hefty price tag and can limit you in some ways, such as capacity and, what label creation software can be used with them. So guys, thank you so much for checking this out. Like I said, whether you decide to go with Zebras, Rollos, both, a completely different printer, it's really great to get some information on these things and know what you're buying and what you can use. Generally, if you're shipping every day, I'm going to recommend you get yourself a thermal label printer. And I think the Rollo is a great choice. I know there's some other options out on the market, but I think this is a pretty good all-in-one printer. Works for most people, but if you're doing something, where you need a little higher print quality, a little more accuracy, you want that sharper image, that real professional feel, you want to go with the Zebra. And because of that, I like to use both in my warehouse. I think they both have different roles, and having them on the same team really allows us to do a lot of different things, because these Zebras work great stationary, and like I said, this Rollo, plug and play, use it in any laptop, put it on a cart, run 5,000 labels. The versatility really makes it, a good thing to have in your back pocket. So guys, like I said, I recommend both these printers to you. Let me know if you guys have any printers in the comments that you really like, and maybe I'll check them out. I've used 5 or 6 of these things by now, and these are the 2 that I like. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you could do us a favor, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a share. We're on our way to 2,000, and we can get there, but only if you help us. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week.